Crime in Hawaii. We get asked all the time from people who are considering moving to the Big Island, is Hawaii a safe place to live? Well, today we're going to be addressing that question. And what is surprising, out of the 10 safest cities of Hawaii, the Big Island has 4 of those cities that you may want to consider moving to. We watch the local news regularly, and they are always talking about crime in Hawaii. Well, as you probably know, crime is everywhere, even in some of the most expensive communities here and on the mainland. No one is totally insulated from crime. And if you are considering moving to the Big Island of Hawaii, we are considered paradise, but there is crime here as well. Property crime seems to be the biggest issue facing us since we are a major tourist destination, and those unsavory criminals appear to single out visitors and try to take advantage of them. We are always reminding people, never leave your vehicles unlocked, nor leave valuables inside of them that are in plain sight. You are tempting too many people who think they can take advantage of you. So let's jump into the cities on the Big Island that made it to the top 10 safest cities in Hawaii. Number 1, Honoka, a very small coastal town on the northeast side of the Big Island, just above Hilo, with a population of just about 2,700 people, and is the 45th largest community in Hawaii. One of the nice things about Honoka is that it is nautical, which means parts of it are historic and touch the ocean or tidal bodies of water. It is very popular with visitors and locals enjoying the tropical scenery and waterfront activities. It has a crime rate that is below the national average in both property and violent crime, with an overall crime score of A, given by Area Vibe. Honokaha is an ethically diverse town, and one of the downsides of living here is you will be more likely having to commute to work about 30 to 40 minutes daily, since there are no major employers located in this town. It is somewhat considered rural, and there are a good number of small farms within this community and ranchers. Honokaha enjoys a tropical climate with relatively consistent temperatures throughout the year. However, it is important to note that the town's location on the windward side of the Big Island means it receives a good amount of rainfall. Honokaha is ideal for those seeking a quieter and more relaxed lifestyle. Number 2, Kea'au is another very small coastal town just below Hilo on the eastern side of the Big Island, with a population of only 1,200 people and is the 54th largest community in Hawaii. This is a relatively quiet town and not overly populated. Kea'au is also a nautical town that has historic locations and sits along the coastline and close proximity to Volcanoes National Park. It has a crime rate that is below the national average in both property and violent crime, with an overall crime score of A, given by Area Vibes. Again, based upon its location, Kea'au receives a significant amount of rainfall annually. That is why it is so lush and filled with plenty of tropical vegetation. The temperature here can be somewhat mild and humid year-round. The population is extremely ethnically diverse. Again, the majority of residents living here are Asian, followed by Native Hawaiian. Kea'au is considered rural, with a very quaint downtown area, and is very community oriented. Overall, living here can be ideal for those who appreciate nature, community, and a slower pace of life. However, it may not suit everyone, especially those seeking a more urban lifestyle or with extensive amenities. The number 3 city is Waikoloa Village, which is located in the western side of the Big Island and is about 35 minutes north of Kona town. It boasts a population of about 7,200 people and is the 24th largest community in Hawaii. It has a crime rate that is below the national average in both property and violent crime, with an overall crime score of B- given by Area Vibes. This score could be attributed to the fact that there are 2 Waikoloas in Hawaii, here on the Big Island and one in Oahu, and Area Vibes may not distinguish between the two. However, it did rank as one of the top 10 safest cities in Hawaii. Temperatures here can be a little warm in the summer months. However, Waikoloa does not get much rainfall in comparison to the other towns on the island because it's an arid topography and location. Trade winds always are present in Waikoloa, and its nickname here on the island is Waikabaloa. Yes, Waikoloa is also a very ethnically diverse community, with the majority of its residents being white, followed by Asians. Waikoloa is a very popular location because of its plenty of shops, restaurants, boutiques, golf courses, and close proximity to white sand beaches. Waikoloa is known for its homey, aloha spirit and welcoming attitude for people of all ages, since there's also an elementary and middle school within the community. Some consider Waikoloa a hidden gem here on the island, since it is sometimes overlooked because of Waikoloa Beach Resort area that has the same name, and just about 7 miles west of Waikoloa Village. And the number 4 town is Captain Cook, which is a small coastal town on the western side of the Big Island, just right below Kona town. It has a population of about 3,300 people, and it's the 40th largest community in Hawaii. Captain Cook is somewhat rural and very wet, boasting lush tropical vegetation and panoramic ocean views since it sits right along the coastline. It is home to some of the best Kona coffee farms because of the elevation and weather that it receives year-round. It has a crime rate that is below the national average in both property and violent crimes, with an overall crime score of A- given by Area Vibe. Captain Cook does have a nice, quaint downtown area that offers several restaurants, school, shopping, and a great farmers market at the beginning of each month. It is very ethnically diverse in population, with the majority of people living there are white, followed by Asians. Captain Cook has a sizable Hispanic population as well. We would consider Captain Cook a very laid-back community of people who enjoy the great outdoors and are very neighborly. So that wraps up the 10 safest cities to live in Hawaii that we're just focusing on the top 4 that are here on the Big Island. Yes, tourists tend to go to Oahu and Maui and overlook the Big Island, and that's okay. We have a small population but a large island, so maybe that's why our crime rates are low and towns are safe to live in. If you want to learn more about places here on the Big Island, reach out to us at one of our contact sources below, and we would be honored to assist you with your questions about life on the Big Island of Hawaii. Until next time, mahalo, nui loa, aloha.